everybody. I hope you guys are having a nice warm afternoon. It is, can we just say it's hot here in Illinois? There we go. I am on the right page now. So this is my newest project inside of the Painting of the Month Club. I'm excited for this one. I love all the colors. Although we're going to paint it in a different color on Tuesday, since now that I have the sample kind of figured out, they'll have the choice of two different ones. Hey, Colleen and Penny. Hi, Lisa. The only thing I'm sitting here thinking about is whether I want to add a Highland cow beside the truck. This truck is an oldie. I don't know, where was, oh, I was inside the Painting the Month group earlier today. And this is, it's really bad when you go through and find the line drawings from years ago. I mean, it was a long time ago. I have, upstairs in my loft, I have a VA who's going to be turning all those old line drawings into SVG files. And I came across the one for a truck that I painted. I know I've painted it to sell. I don't know if I've ever painted this truck to teach it. But we have some metal inside the garage that I got from the old smokehouse that was just down the street. And it's tin, but it's really flat, like for 12 inches, and then it has a hump. Then it's flat, then it has a hump. So this is the same truck that I painted on that, and I made it 4 feet long by 2 feet tall. And it was just a big red truck. It had Christmas greenery at the bottom. It had lights. And yeah, I still got pictures of it somewhere, but that's one of the pieces I wish I would have kept. So, as much as I thought trucks were done with, trucks apparently aren't going anywhere. They're getting popular again. So, and well, I know I had some of these in my live sale because one of the ladies who bought it on an old piece of burnwood, I had painted the red truck for Christmas and had snow on it. And I recently saw at Christmas time that she was redoing her decorations, and yeah, she was selling it. And I'm like, oh, I know you paid $45 for that. I am going to do, no, not the great big one. That, it wasn't hard, but when it's 4 feet and you don't have a line drawing, it's kind of hard because I had a step ladder beside me, and I would have to get up 3 or 4 steps to look down on it because the big metal was on the picnic table. So I actually had to get up and down, make sure that my lines were right, make sure that make sure it was all in proportion. So, hi Becky. So anyway, I doubt that I ever paint any more of that, but it is really nice tint because I got a lot of it still in the garage. And in fact, this summer we got to clean through that garage. I'll probably make some smaller signs with it, but then it's hard because then my husband had to take, I don't know, some kind of tin snips or something and curve it under so it wasn't sharp. From the very, Lisa, I'm teaching this one inside the painting group on Tuesday. This is our April project inside the Painting of the Month group, and that group is $17 a month, and we go all the way. I already did the video on how to achieve the background look, and then once I get this done, I'm going to make a line drawing of it that they can print out, and on Tuesday we're going to paint it in a different color. Since this was a tough one because I wanted to do the bees, I wanted to do, this is just a once a month class, so I kind of wanted it to still be spring. And when I was going through patterns and getting them sent off to Abby, who's in the Philippines, but she's working on some SVGs for me, I saw the truck. It had Merry Christmas over the top of it, but so I thought, oh, let's use that. So that's how I decided on this one. But I also have the cow coming up, the Highland cow with the fireworks. I bought a special checkout cart, and I spent all morning getting all of the details put in it, so that then I had Serena look it over, make sure that it worked right, and now you'll be able to sign up for the Highland cow with the fireworks behind it. And it is $15. And as soon as I get this done, do you ever have to take a break from computer work? It's like I can only withhold so much information at a time. So now I have the option with this new checkout cart to offer affiliates. And that means if people share the course and people check out, they can, I think it's like $3. It's 20% of 15. So I may try that if I can get it to work. All kinds of different things I'm working on today. Hi, Karen. So just, if I didn't have to do paperwork, computer work, my life would be so much easier. And I got the back side in green paint because I'm going to probably paint on the other side of this. Forget my image. Anyway, I'm thinking of putting a Highland cow right here, kind of in front, because I still got to finish my flowers up. But I think a Highland cow, see, not a very big one, just a small Highland cow. What do you think? And that's going to, I understand, Lisa. Yeah, understand that. There are, well, it's a spring project that I have that's free on how to redo that rabbit. I need to do a free fall project. That's what I need to do. So what I think I'll do, I still got to go through and detail this thing out. Get my line straight, shade, which now that I know what my design is, then it's like, just get it finished, because I'll go on to the next one and I'll be like, oh, I'm not selling that anyway, so. But, I asked inside the group what other colors they would like to see. So since I've already painted this one, I got to paint another one for the group because we paint while I paint. And one of the girls said a cream color background. So I'm going to wait and see what kind of choices they make. I think I love the pink, and I know a lot of people don't like pink, so I'll do the next one without, with a different color pink. But I think I was kind of going off my house, and my house siding is gray, so this yellow would really pop on my house. Then we need to add more flowers down here. Still some detail to do, but for the most part, I know I'm ready to teach it. I just want to paint. That's exactly right. Hi, Teresa. I know, but oh, that is pretty. That morning mist, it's a soft lavender on a cream color background would be pretty. It would. So many decisions. And right now my only decision is to go home and get out of a sweatshirt because it is pretty hot in here. My husband just went to get scaffolding so that he can put a big fan up inside this shop. It would be a full-bodied cow. The full body. The whole thing. I know, but the problem is I don't have time to paint with all the paperwork. So this cart that I got that I can makes it easier for people to check out and do things. And I've got so many projects started that as a creative, you guys don't even, with all the technology today, there are so many ways to make money. I'm sitting on a boatload of PNGs, and I've started getting those ready to list, and I've got SVGs that are coming in that I can sell SVGs, and so I think that this cart, which is just, when you go on to Facebook and you see something, you just push a button and let it take your PayPal card, So just so many darn ideas. I can't even keep them all. Hi, Deborah. Oh, Nancy, are you in? You know what, Nancy? When I sent you something, I noticed that you live in Surrey. My relatives live in Surrey, or they did. I always go to Minot, is where I'm from. I'm in Illinois now, and but Surrey, I don't know if Melanie still lives in Surrey. No, I'm pretty sure she is. And then I'm gonna try to think of Melanie's husband's name, and I can't think of it. That's how my life goes. I can't remember anything. But I know my aunt who passed away, she was a beater, and she lived in Surrey. I can't even remember his first name now. That's bad. Oh, you live in Sawyer. Okay. All right. Is Sawyer close to Minot? Oh, do you guys think a Highland cow? Should I add that to the front? Although I think, oh, there's so much to keep up on. It's insane. You know what? I think I'll take a picture of this, and then they can decide if they want a Highland cow or not. And then after I have a picture of it, so I'll finish all the detail. Then I'll go back and add a Highland cow, and then they can decide whether they want to add the cow or not. I am just totally stuck on Highland cows right now. Well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put, this has got to finish being green. Actually, I kind of erased what was down there because there were flowers down there. So then I thought that I would just make it look like a vintage sign. And, you know, so like all this stuff is on the farmer's market sign instead of like an actual place. Oh, thank you, Colleen. You're so nice. Yeah, Mel and Carson. Okay, I don't live in Minot anymore. I live in Illinois. My dad was an Air Force baseman there, and my mom was from Minot. But Melanie is my cousin, and her mom was Prue Mulrood, and she married Ronnie Beater, and they were killed in a car accident way back in the 60s. Yeah, that's why I kind of did the old shiplap looking style, because I wanted it to look like an old vintage sign from a flea market. That's kind of where I was going. That because when I put the flowers down there, it just didn't really look right. Believe me, I've done it over and over and over again. I've spent some hours trying to figure it out. Because I wanted the name to go inside of the little banner, so I had a bigger banner. And then I thought, no, just this banner. Yeah, you don't want to know all the steps that it took to figure this one out. You know, sometimes you have to really be in the mood to get your creativity going. Sometimes. Yeah, I want it to be pretty rough around these edges too. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Thank you, Carolyn. On Tuesday, we're going to switch it up to a couple of different colors because although I am partial to pink, not everybody is. And since I have to paint it to teach it, I kind of like how somebody suggested a cream color background. Janet, is it nice out there in New York? It's just downright hot here today. And it's been so cold, and I've been telling my husband, you will not hear me complain when it gets warm. And it's kind of like that didn't last for long. depend on me for being creative. Most of the time I got it, but sometimes it's, oh, it's only 52 in New York? Well, it's probably heading your way because it was, yesterday it was 58 here. It was so gray and cloudy. It was cold. I had my heater running all day yesterday. And it's supposed to be in the 80s, so I'm getting ready to head down to the car wash. I'm putting all my mats out of here. My cat house that was on the front porch. I'm taking everything to the car wash, and I'm going to have them help me. Well, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to ride with. And spray everything off down at the car wash. He just took the golf cart out of the garage, took it to the car wash. It's all ready to go for spring, even though I don't use it very much. 83 in Oklahoma. Wow. Yeah, it's a cute chicken on top of there. Shoot. Hey, do any of you grow rhubarb? This is a question I have, and I could look it up on Google, but I totally forget. Anyway, I've never been able to grow rhubarb, ever. People around here can grow it. I've never have, except not last year, but the year before, I got some plants growing, but the stalks are all grown up, and it look, you know how they say things go to seed, so there's these big bundles of seeds on growing out of my rhubarb. Am I supposed to pull those or snap them off? Because they're very hollow. I'm not good at gardening. And so I kept meaning to ask Google what to do with that, but no. You know what I gotta do now is he's ready to bring scaffolding in here. That's why I had a live sale on my page yesterday. I gotta go back there and pick up the piles. I've sorted everything out for everybody, and now he's going to try to get scaffolding in here around everything. And yeah, I'm gonna have to go back there and pick some stuff up. What do I want rhubarb for? I don't know. I don't know why I want rhubarb. Not like I cook. I just always wanted to be able to grow rhubarb. And in fact, I actually, to even put it honestly with you, when Brittany and I went to the flea market down in St. Louis last year, I bought rhubarb. Guess what's in my freezer? Rhubarb. I never did make anything with it. As a kid, my mom used to take rhubarb, dump a bunch of sugar in it, and then cook it. And it would make rhubarb sauce, is what they would call it. But I don't need all that sugar anymore, and I don't bake, so don't know why I need rhubarb, but I just want rhubarb. And I want a big patch of rhubarb. I want it to grow. Hey, Vicky. Oh, he put sugar in it? Oh. make cake and add strawberries. I'm not a big fruit pie eater. I do like cherry. I hate apple anything. But my husband's favorite is strawberry and rhubarb pie. But that rhubarb sauce where you just eat it by the spoonful, but it's got all the sugar, that's the best. And I shouldn't be eating that much sugar, so. You like apricot? You know what else I have in the freezer? I got pie crust. Now, whether it's still good pie crust, I don't know. But I do have, and our rhubarb's already up, except for, you know, I imagine I can still use the stalks that aren't gone to seed, you know, the bottoms of them. But a strawberry rhubarb pie sounds so good. Says me who's trying to stay on a diet. With a mug full of sugar and eat it? We did too as kids. We did too, just added sugar to it. But man, when you cook it with that sugar, it's just totally amazing. I think it's my favorite of all of them. You know what? I think I'm even going to go in and distress the sign more. I want it to look like, you know, the top of a bushel basket, how it's got those lines in it. I wonder if I could make it look like wire at the top. I have to go look at that. I know. It was like, well, I haven't been to Kentucky for a long time. My husband's family's from there. And I remember going there, and they put sugar in everything. Their green beans, their, what else was it? Something else odd. But they sprinkle sugar on everything. And I just remember those green beans. And they were the best green beans I've ever had in my life. Yay, Jenny, congratulations. That's awesome. Flour's my downfall. I could give up sugar more than I could give up flour. Flour is, give me the bread. It is perfect. The bread, my mom's family up in North Dakota, the Norwegians would let your bread rise, and then they would take a rolling pin, roll it out super, super thin, and then you lift it up with a couple of spatulas and you put it right on the oven rack. Oh my gosh, you take that out of the oven and dip it in butter. It's like the best thing you've ever ate. It is amazing. Oops, hold on. Well, Jenny, that is really good that you got off of it. Okay, so is it working for you now? All right, ladies, I got to get off of here. My husband's unboxing a scaffolding thing out there, and I got to go clean up my mess. All right, bye, everybody.